If you're looking for a piece of land for sale in Florida and are wondering just how much it's worth, then you need to find information about how to determine the value of land in Florida. In this land blog video, you're going to read our best advice on how to do that. Hi there, my name is Felicia. I'm a partner and co-owner at Compass Land USA. We've bought and sold hundreds of properties across the US, and we're happy to share some tips, experience, mistakes in these land blog videos with you. So, how to determine the value of land in Florida. What you need to know first about doing this. So, it's an art and a science, and a lot of people don't like to hear that, but there are many factors that go into the valuation of land, and there's never one single number that you can definitively say, this is what the land for sale in Florida is worth. So we'll give you some of the factors below, but be aware that when it comes to how to determine the value of land in Florida, you really are looking at an approximation. It's very difficult to get an exact number. So appraisers, you can hire an appraiser. This could be a costly approach and is used more frequently with home buyers than with land buyers. You can hire a professional property appraiser to verify the value of the property that you want to purchase. The appraiser will put together a report using a couple of key metrics. One of them is income. So how much income will the property generate? Cost. What would it cost to recreate or rebuild this property from the ground up? And sale comparison. What are recent sale prices in the area? So if these are the key metrics, you can see why a property appraiser isn't the best option for vacant land for sale in Florida, because the income and the cost metrics don't apply. Unless a vacant lot is being rented out to a farmer or a hunter or some other creative use, it's just not generating any income, right? It's just sitting there. And it's really not that common for Florida land to be rented out. So the income metric, in all likelihood, is not applied. In regards to the cost metric, vacant land is vacant, it's empty. So there's nothing to rebuild or recreate unless there's some small improvement like maybe a fence, maybe a tool shed, but that might not even be enough of a cost to justify an appraiser including this metric. So really we're just looking at the sales comparison, and this is actually a really great metric when it's applicable. The problem is comps for vacant land aren't always readily available, so it can make kind of like an apples to apples comparison very difficult. So yes, you can definitely hire a property appraiser, but if you're looking just at vacant land, this might not be the best option for you, and it certainly won't be the cheapest. Market price is another way to determine the value of land in Florida. So economists will tell you the best way to know the value of your land or anything is to sell it. Price equals what people are willing to pay. The market price that someone is willing to pay is kind of like the value of your land. The best way to figure out the market price is to find some sales comparisons. Again, these might not be readily available, but if you're willing to work for it, you can find some. You can also try contacting a local real estate agent, and I'll touch on that more in a minute. Of course, you might not be ready to actually sell, or maybe you're looking to buy and you're just trying to figure out how much you should be paying. But certainly the most definitive answer you can get is how much someone is willing to pay for that property. When you're thinking about valuing your property or a property you want to buy, one of the first places that many people look at are some websites that claim to give you the value. Like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com are examples, but there are of course others. Use these numbers with caution, okay? Use these numbers very, very carefully. They are derived from a number of different factors and should only be considered one piece of information in a much larger information puzzle. You don't want to rely on these solely. And that's because these numbers can be as wrong by as much as 50% in some areas. And that means you are either leaving a lot of money on the table if you're selling, or you're overpaying by as much as 50%, which is a lot of money. And you definitely want to be careful if there are only a few listings available. The more listings there are, the better it is, because then you'll be able to pick out and remove outliers and really just focus on the average pricing. So when looking at online prices or nearby properties, you want to consider the following features. If a property has some or all of these features, it can help increase the market value. So some of those features would be like road access. That's a big one. A lot of people put a lot of value on road access. Utilities, that's another really valuable one. If it's on the water or has a water feature, like it has access, or it maybe has a stream running through it, a creek, it's on the lake, that kind of stuff. If the shape is nice and regular, a lot of people don't like those weird shapes with like kind of the star point sticking out at one end, and it makes it hard to develop or subdivide or even just understand your own property boundaries. Another feature would be if it's close to a town or city. That's important to a lot of people as well. So many real estate agents will offer you free market valuations. So you can consider calling up an agent and asking for a market valuation. The agent will then look at data that they have access to on their end that might not be publicly available. So that could include similar properties next to yours or the one that you want to buy that have sold recently, and they'll use that as a way to help determine the value. Again, it's not a perfect number since a lot of factors change, but it's a good starting point if you're looking to understand pricing for land for sale in Florida. So the best judge of value, the top dog, is you. There are people looking at the same price of land that are going to get very different valuations. Okay, so like if you're a farmer and you're wondering how hard it'll be to clear the land and grow a crop, or if another is an owner who wants to build a retirement home in a wooded area, or if the third is a developer looking to divide up the land and develop a subdivision, each one of those people is going to value the land according to their needs. So what do you see yourself using the land for? And remember, value is not always a financial number, but also includes the time, effort, and potential enjoyment you can get from the land. So you definitely want to take that into consideration and use it in combination with the other methods that we just went through to help you get the best idea of value of land for sale in Florida. So I wish you good luck with that. I hope this helped. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'll make sure to reply and respond and help you out. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We do lots of land blog videos like this, as well as custom property tours for all of our properties for sale. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.